Vazquez lands his jab again. He's loosening up just a little bit.
Yeah, he's wanting Vazquez to come in. If you notice he's doing, he's enjoying that. He wants him to come in and give him more opportunities to counterpunch.
When he parries with that right hand like that.
I like that. It reminds me of the old-time fighters where they use a shoulder and the right hand to parry and roll punches.
Floyd Mayweather Sr. still teaches it.
Yeah. Beautiful. See there, he's rolling shots with his left shoulder. And he's rolling the right hands and picking off the left hand punches.
Meanwhile, Vazquez is having his best stretch here.
Yes, he is, Larry.
Yeah, we mentioned that he's getting a little bit looser and more fluid on offense, more willing to throw. CompuBox running total at the bottom of the screen shows you that the difference is not nearly as large in terms of landed punches in this round as has been the case in the 4 previous rounds. Last we looked, it was 14-11. And it's a little bit more even fight now as we exit the 5th.
What's the water? A little bit, Ben. So good.
Dame la toalla.
Take the towel.
Dame la toalla.
Come on, Papito, you gotta pull those punches out. Only one hand in my face, please. Are you good? Yeah. Is there any problems with your eyes? No, I can see.
Agua.
Okay, don't try. And now let's switch that uppercut to a hook.
Both fighters in this fight seem to make weight fairly easily, 122 pounds. When we get to the main event, one of the 2 fighters in that bout struggled mightily to make weight, and it could affect tonight's tilt. We'll talk more about that when we get ready for Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. against Marco Antonio Rubio. Right now we're in round 6. Nonito Donaire in the burgundy-colored silk trunks, gleaming in the light here, and the bright red, Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. Donaire more or less thoroughly in control of the first 5 rounds, though the best round so far for Vazquez was the 5th. Well, another slight change in technique for Donaire.
And it's another good round for Vazquez. If he wins this year, the way it's going, he's going to have 2 rounds at least. He's won consecutively. He's picked up his pace at the risk of being hit, but so far he's getting away with his shots.
So you would have given him the 5th?
I would have given him the 5th. I thought it was, some of those rounds would be like comparison rounds, but I would have given him the last round.
No question, Vazquez is becoming more comfortable in the fight, pressing forward offensively now, throwing many more punches than was the case in the earlier rounds. Donaire switches southpaw.
I think this switch to southpaw reflects a certain kind of uncertainty about Donaire on how to attack Vazquez. Bloody nose for Vazquez, by the way.
Just a touch of blood on the tip of his nose. Just missing with a big counter right there. Nonito Donaire. Vazquez much more energetic with his jab now. Letting it go. And he's landed 7 more punches in this round than has Donaire. by CompuBox count. So the fight's becoming more interesting.
I think Vazquez is winning this round also, but I feel that Donaire is kind of like pulling him into throwing more punches so he can catch him going down the stretch. That's just my feeling.
Still to come tonight, the main event between Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and his 160-pound middleweight opponent, Marco Antonio. Vazquez 25 out of 69. So Vazquez landed 11 more punches and threw 26 more punches in that round. That's a dramatic reversal from the numbers of our previous 5 rounds. And Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Well, Jim, I get it a little bit closer. 4 rounds to 2, 58-55, Nonito Donaire. Jim, I think Wilfredo Vazquez won rounds 5 and 6 using that left jab. He's moving forward. He's walking Donaire down. He's landing a lot more. But here's the problem. Wilfredo Vazquez throws 1 punch at a time. Watch. A 122-pound guy is supposed to double something. For 6 rounds, this guy doubles nothing. 1 punch, 1 punch, 1 punch. And you can't win a fight throwing 1 punch. Wilfredo Vazquez has got to stop moving his hands and double something. On the other hand, Nonito Donaire can't switch to lefty because if he does, he cannot protect that right eye. He carries the right hand high so that right eye doesn't swell anymore. If he goes southpaw, he leaves it wide open. 4-2, Donaire.
And Emmanuel, you were suggesting toward the end of the last round that you don't think Donaire cares much about having lost a couple of rounds because he's letting Vazquez come forward to set up counterpunches.
Yes, he wants him to engage more. I think he knows that his punching power is so much more more than Vazquez. He wants to get him committed to standing toe-to-toe more.
Well, this is as toe-to-toe as you can get. This is toenail to toenail.
Going to do something new with you right now. For the rest of the round, we 3 commentators, Larry Emanuel and myself, will lay out while we listen to Robert Garcia in Nonito Donaire's corner, if, in fact, he hollers any instructions into the ring.
Again. Good. Good. Again. There you go. 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 You stand him. You stand him. Hey, that wasn't low. That wasn't low. That wasn't low. That was not low. That was not low. That was not low. Let's go, Nonito. Take it to him. Take it to him, Nonito. Jab. Let's get the jab going. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Take it to him. Hands up high. Good, again. Side to side. Side to side. Good. Good.
I don't recall Donaire having even this small stretch of rounds where an opponent has stood with him, boxed with him, fought with him. He hasn't begun this much to think about in a while.
And actually has won the last couple of rounds, in my opinion.
Hard left hook by Donaire, momentarily wobbled Vazquez.
Nonito, listen to me, okay? He can't handle your pressure. You're landing too many punches, but you're giving him a lot of breaks. Okay? Breathe deep, deep. Okay, breathe deep. Okay?
No problem.
That last hook hurt him. Okay? It was the bell rang, but you hurt him. Okay? I want to see more of that. How is his power? How's his power? Huh? Okay then. Then I want you to keep fighting smart. Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. Give me the tone. Okay? Keep fighting smart. Come here, let me see. Okay, keep going smart, but let's try to pressure on him. Let's back him up. Let's back him up. Okay, let's start backing him up. He cannot handle the pressure. Let's start backing him up, side to side. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
CompuBox numbers in round 7. Donaire began to reassert himself with power shots. He was 22 out of 55 in the round. Vazquez 19 out of 64, but Donaire doubled Vazquez in connected power shots, and you saw the big left hook toward the end of the round that momentarily wobbled the Puerto Rican fighters.
Well, this is what Donaire wanted him to do, is to punch more, get exchanges with him, and not fight so defensive. That's what he wanted Vazquez to do. Now Vazquez is fighting the fight I think that Donaire wants him to fight.
Making Donaire a pretty smart guy if this pays off the way he wants it to.
He quit applying so much pressure and let Vazquez, so to say, get into the fight for a while. And right now, his punching power and accuracy is still, I think, too much.
Yeah, well, it certainly appears that he's not worried about being hurt by Vazquez. Although, as Harold pointed out, there's the subject of the right eye.
There's also the subject of Donaire moving up in weight. You know,
Agreed.
we keep, you know, it's just 4 pounds, but it's 4 pounds in little guys. And for all we know, his punches don't carry the knockout power they might have in lower weight classes.
At 118.
And 115, where most of his fights have been.
Excellent point. And if he were to fade down the stretch of a 12-round fight while moving up in weight, he would be hardly the first ever to do that. That's happened plenty of times. Hard right hand and a really good body shot. Vazquez shaking his head as if to say, you can't hurt me. Excellent uppercut. Vazquez lands a jab. Body shot by Vazquez, couple of them. Donaire comes back with a right over the top. The danger of throwing the body shots, you get counted upstairs.
You know, and Donaire is very, you throw a right hand at him, and he'll like partially block it with his left hand and then throw a left hook at the same time with the hand he blocks. That's the same punch that he knocked out, I think, Montiel with. And that's what makes it so dangerous when you throw a right hand at him sometimes.
Montiel launched a right, which was in effect a cue for Donaire.
Yeah.
Donaire's big left hook.
Came a left hook right over top of it.
Like that.
To dag fat.
Well, you're the one, Larry, who said farce seldom beats force. What do you think of Donaire mugging at Vazquez like that?
Wanted to roll out a roll of toilet paper.
Water, Bobby. Let's go, Papito. Look at me. Papito, yes, Daddy. Come on, you got to set it up. You know, there's just 2 uppercuts. Uppercut in the right, left uppercut too. Because he's feeling those also. Get in the middle of the ring, don't get to the ropes. When he gets into you, attack him with those uppercuts.
Okay, Nonito. Okay, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up.
CompuBox numbers in 8. Donaire was 19 out of 31. Vazquez 15 out of 61. Donaire doubled Vazquez in power connects, 16 to 8. So he was far more accurate and more powerful in that round. Now we go to the 9th. He may not get the win, but Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. will get some respect for having turned the fight around to a certain extent, gotten back on the same page with Donaire.
Think the same thing, Jim. And he's very good defensive when he had to take a punch. He's taking a punch. He's coming on. He's working behind the jab the best he can without committing to the point where he leaves himself open. Right there.
Hard right hand by Donaire.
Every time he jabs, he's got to always be watching out for a right hand to come over top.
Let's go.
Very little body punching in this game. If Donaire wants to be a knockout puncher, he's got to invest some time in body punching.
He did it early in the fight when he was throwing rights and lefts to the body. More recently, not as much.
Well, even then when he was throwing the Vazquez was blocking him for the most part. He couldn't get through, and then both guys have a fairly high protective cup too when it comes up over the very.
Well, Larry,
He's found a left.
Good shot.
What a couple of punches. Tremendous uppercut, and the left hook to put him down.
And really, and all the time, Vazquez had his hand up. He found a hole between the gap. That's because of the very accurate punching power.
First time Wilfredo Vazquez Jr. has been down in his professional career.
And there we saw some signs of that quick-handed power. But Vazquez seems pretty stable despite that.
It was a remarkable combination, though.
Vazquez just wants to get out of the round now. Sometimes it's smart to run from your troubles.
He caught me. He just caught me. I was just standing right. You got to throw more than just one punch on the inside. Come on, you're doing a great fight. You got to throw punches.
Here we see the left uppercut to come right up through the center. Even though Vazquez had his right hand on the side to protect for a left hook, Donaire has that great sense of talent of knowing where to throw certain punches that you can't give, and he brought it up right through the center.
Watch him pause, admire his work, look for the opening, and put him down. Patience.
Again! Come on! Yeah! Like that! Donito!
Robert Garcia's reaction in the corner.
Robert Garcia did a fantastic job working with Donaire as well as Rios.
Good trainer. Power punches in the ninth. Donaire was 9 of 15, and Vazquez 5 of 10. You saw the knockdown. Harold, how do you have it now?
Okay, Jim, 88, 81, 7 rounds to 2. No Nito Donaire. You know, Jim, Wilfredo Vazquez, his only hope in the last 3 rounds is he's got to start throwing right hands. I mean, the whole fight, all he's doing is that left jab. He hasn't thrown a real right-handed anger, God knows how long. Now he's starting to come across with a right hand. He must have heard me. He's got to throw a lot of right hands and try and, offset some of that point lead that Donaire's got. Donaire's definitely got an extra point to round 9 for the knockdown. I thought he won round 3 so big I gave him an extra point. 7 rounds to 2. No Nito Donaire.
Two minutes left in the 10th. You got the impression coming in that Donaire was very focused on trying to get a knockout, particularly having developed a vengeance motive against Vazquez.